beautiful people. My name is Naila, your host for the Art of Living show. Our guest today is the CEO of Chris Interiors, and she is passionate about interior decor. Designing for famous people has played a big role in people discovering her undeniable skills. She is the creative brains behind designing homes for Wajiza Size 8, Kamini Goro, and Betty Chalo, among others. She is a proud mother of one little girl by the name Paris Grace. She tells us by her words, glam your home because you spend a third of your time at home with your loved ones. She invites us to her space to have a look around, learn one or two things on how we can have that glam space that she's talking about. Let's discover, explore, and engage.
Hi, darling.
How are you?
Oh, so nice to see you since December.
Oh, this is your space.
Yes, this is
as expected.
Well, I'm a mid-century modern contemporary designer, so of course you'll see quite some glam.
I see that.
Karibu sana, please.
Thank you.
Oh, what's that? Oh,
This is, you know, it's a very special plant, by the way. It's called Christ plant.
is it?
Yes, you know the crown that Jesus wears on the cross?
Yes.
This is the plant.
Is
So
it really?
blessings
Oh
in your
my
space.
gosh! And remember, I'm a Christmas baby.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Wow.
I love it. I love plants. You'll see tons of them in my house. So thank you so much. I'm gonna place this here,
Okay.
and then I'll get you a drink.
Thank you.
You like the chandelier?
So spectacular, so beautiful.
Thank you. So I brought us some Coke. You know, we always have to spread some magic.
Oh, yes, we must. Yes, we must.
I love your outfit.
Thank you. And you, look at you in black, lady in black, black on black.
So you like my black dress? Cheers, darling.
Cheers, darling. Thank you for inviting us into your space. It
Karibu.
looks amazing. Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you. Oh, that tastes so refreshing.
Yeah, especially it's hot, huh?
It's like 28 degrees.
My God. Even in the night. Thank you. Even for the ice. Oh, so nice.
We can walk around as we drink.
No, fast.
Okay.
And foremost. Tell me, just the vision you had when you were creating this space. Let's begin there.
For me, the most important thing is to make sure that this space has a lot of your personality infused in it. Okay. So, for instance, I have traveled the world. I used to be a flight attendant. I think I might have mentioned it.
Yes.
So you'll see things that will remind me of where I've been. Okay. You know, like on my fridge, you'll see Madagascar, Malaysia, Dubai, the various places I've been. Over here, you'll see photos with my mom and I of places I've been.
Oh, that's a big...
And so, yeah, so I think it's so important to think about what is it that you like, or what are some of the things that define you as a person, and just have that representation in your space.
Okay.
But of course, we do make sure that we put the principles of interior design into place. For instance, scale and proportion, balance, emphasis. Emphasis is like, what is your focal wall? What's the wall you want people to come and say, so for me, it's my shelves. Right. Have you noticed them?
Of course I have noticed. Let's start there. And one of the things that I would like you to talk about is a symmetry on all the things that has complemented the space. Because there is a certain pattern that I can see on almost each part of the house, which is very beautiful for the eye. Yes. Really, really nice.
It's a curve. Are you seeing a curve? There's a curve here, a curve there, it's there, and it's here, and it's also here.
Yes, on the wall, on your pillow, on the carpet as well, just everywhere. So let's start with the walls.
So whenever you're putting a space together, one of the things you want to think of is think of your space as an envelope. So the walls, the ceiling, and the floor. And that part of the envelope, you want it to be as monochromatic as possible. And so what we mean by monochromatic is when you put all the same shades, but then in different tones. So for instance, you'll see lighter grays, you'll see darker grays. So here, for instance, if we started with this wall, this paint shade is called Corvette. I love it so much because for me, it's very calming. Most of the decor you see here is from Organized Planet. The dinner set, again, I threw in a little blue. So if you see there's blue here, blue, 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 blue there, blue books. So there's a color scheme. So that's only 30% of the space, but the majority, 60%, is neutral. So I did the grays and a bit of the whites.
Okay, all right. And talk to me about the wallpaper, because I see you also you're very intentional in picking the wallpapers and the texture. It feels really nice.
I live in a rental, and you know, it's the quickest upgrade for your walls, because sometimes with rentals you can't do too much structural changes, and so wallpaper is just an easy quick fix. So you'll see it here, you'll see it where I've had my mirrors, you'll see it behind my shelves, and it's just so luxurious.
I know it is. It feels very calming, very soothing.
Let me show you around there.
Hey, take me around,
So
darling.
over here we did a very symmetrical setup. So we wanted to just add some boldness. So I thought, let's just add a bit of black for that drama. And then we just added a little teardrop mirror in the center to just add some reflection. And then as you can see here, what we did was we added a very transparent type of light fixture so that we get that glam feel. So when you switch it on for dinner, it's very lovely. If you can come on this side, I'll show you.
Oh, this is my favorite little chandelier.
Oh,
wow. Look.
Isn't it pretty?
It feels like an earring or something.
I know, like a necklace. I know.
Like a necklace.
Crystals.
So gorgeous. You like everything all glam.
I'm a glam. You know, with interior design, you can choose what your style is. My style, for instance, is mid-century monk.
So you're a millennial?
So I'm a millennial and I love everything that has glam in it. But it's not to say that other styles aren't just as exciting. I enjoy other designers' work, but I do love the glam.
Okay.
Modern. And then I love these two. One says, don't let your dreams be just dreams. And then the other one says, don't forget to be awesome. Cheers.
What do you collect?
I collect pieces as I go. I love decorative pieces, but I also love personal items, such as this is a picture frame of my mom and I. So that's really memorable. I also love something like this that says, home is where the heart is. Yes. So things like that. This is a little bunny my daughter loves, you know. So there are things here and there that I'll see and will definitely be part of my curating.
Okay. Where do you get your creative ideas from, by the way?
I'm also inspired by some interior designers. I love F.u.n.k.y, Cheryl Eisen also. She's the CEO of Interior Marketing Group in Manhattan, which is a very big company that stages homes for sale. So I'm inspired a lot by her style. F.u.n.k.y is a celebrity designer, so he's done Steve Harvey's house, you know, the Kardashians. There's Jeff Andrews who does the Kardashian homes as well. So people like those are people I aspire to be like with their work. So they inspire me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And on this other side, what do you have?
So in the center, I decided to add some depth. If you've noticed, I made it darker. So I used paper, this is contact paper, to add that nice matte black depth. And then this is our TV wall. So the TV watching experience is very nice at night. Oh, wow. Because the background is black. Oh, okay. And it also gives the illusion that the TV is big. Okay. Have you noticed my mirrors?
Yes, let's talk about that.
The idea was to kind of make the space a bit larger. Okay. And also just add a bit of the glam. Okay. I also have one window only, if you've noticed, on that side. Yes. So this bounces off the natural light. Oh, that's the idea. Yes. How
Do you know, as a layperson, this is the right place to place the mirror? Yeah. But how would you know?
So you can do that adjacent to the natural light source. Okay. So in this case, the balcony doors and windows are my natural source of light. So I've put it adjacent to it. Okay. Alternatively, you can do directly opposite, so that wall as well. Okay. Yeah, you could also choose to have the mirrors. Wow. Have a seat. Let me top up your drink. Thank you. There's a little tabletop here.
I've noticed they're creamish whitish. How do you get this with a 2-year-old? How old is your daughter?
She is 3.
Oh, adorable age. That is such an adorable. How do you make them clean? Is it
This is a micro suede fiber fabric. And so, which is the same thing as velvet. Well, very similar to velvet, which is a very easy clean. So what happens is, I'm just gonna show you, I unzip them and I take them to the cleaners. Yes, every 3 months or so. And I find with a bright sofa, I'm more clean. Yes. Because when you have a darker sofa, you can even go a year or 2 before So they are very easy to clean.
Okay, was this tailor-made for you?
Yes, I did have this be custom because I wanted this middle part to be a tabletop, and then this is a poof, and it just diversifies the seating. You're there, I'm here. Yes. You can lounge there. I can combine these two and sleep here and watch TV. So it's relaxing, and plus there's a tabletop. Yes. Yeah.
This is a very creative way of doing sofas, not the old traditional ways. And I've seen what you've done with your space. You've made it as comfortable and as cozy as you can, and you've not broken any budget. Have you? Why you like to ask?
No, here's what you do. Obviously, you do things in piecemeal. So I worked on my living room first. I took some time, then worked on my office, which I should show you.
Yes, I can.
Would you like to see?
Yes, let's
do
that.
All right, let's go.
Cheers. Cheers. Let's see her office, guys.
All right. So this is my corridor. As you can see, I did add a piece of art, and I love the blue bulb.
Why the blue bulb?
It's like, let's tone down, we're going to bed now.
Let's relax.
Let's relax.
But meanwhile, you're going to the office.
Yes, I know. So this is my office. So do you like the botanicals?
I love them. They're so chic. I'm all about plants, you know.
You know, they also help with productivity. So a space like this one, which is meant for you to be as productive as possible. So having some plants, as you can see, I have an artificial one there. I would love to have a natural one, but sometimes watering can be a bit of a problem. And so I added the print. Thanks to the team from Organized Planet, they gave me these two. Beautiful.
How often do you make changes of your space?
Well, for me, I happen to have extras. You know, for instance, I might have extra curtains or extra, so I'm not the regular person, so I wouldn't want anyone to change their homes as much as I do, but mine, I do it because, one, I'm a content creator. As you can see, I have a YouTube channel called All Things Chris and my Instagram page. Yes. And so it's important that I'm not showing the same space all the time without, so I like to show them this is a different look. Just like a fashion blogger would. Today we are wearing red, tomorrow we're wearing purple.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's have a drink.
Tell me something. What are 3 tips you can give our viewers? That's something very affordable. If somebody wants to change over or do a makeover for their space, only 3 tips that you can give them. Accessible, and they can do it on their own without maybe consulting you. Yeah.
So when we're talking about affordable, then we're talking about things that anyone, even if it's a college student, can easily afford. I'll give you wallpaper. I'll also tell you decor pieces from places like Organized Planet, which are very affordable, that you can go and grab. I think this is about 700 or 1500, I'm not too sure, but still very affordable. I'll also tell you about how I create mood boards. Okay. So as you can see here, this is an entryway I was creating for a client just before you came. This is her dining space, so as she comes in through the doors, you know, I'll put together how the space would look like. So having a mood board will help you save your budget. Okay. Yeah, so pick things you like from Google, from Pinterest, and put them together on a PowerPoint, and that will help you not overspend.
And have crazy ideas.
Yes, and then the third one, red lighting.
Okay.
Yes.
So lighting, wallpaper,
and having a mood board. So a plan.
A plan. You must have a plan. Yeah. So Christine, something about you. You're forever smiling. So I would never know whether you're upset or not. Do you ever clash with your clients sometimes, maybe because of their preferences, interest? Maybe you suggest something and they tell you no, they go the complete opposite of what you're not. How do you deal with that? So during consultations, one of the things I always address first is that whatever I suggest or I might have an eye for, remember you have that opportunity to say either yes, no, or let's perhaps shelve it for later. However, I take my time to get to know your personality. What is it that you do in this space, so that we create a space that makes sense for you functionally, but also is a lot you. So assuming you love red, I'll tell you, let's not do a red sofa, but we can throw the red on a throw pillow. You see? So assuming, for instance, with this client, we really tried to get a neutral palette with the beige, with the walls, the sofas, but she really likes emerald green. What did we do? We threw in some emerald green decor, such as throw pillows and botanicals. And if they're adamant, I want green walls, we find one wall that we can do an accent. There's always a middle ground. There's always a middle ground. Yes. Love it. We are here to win it. So let's see the bedroom. this is so cool and cozy. Wow. I love it. Love the cool colors.
Thank you so much.
The palette is still the same, similar to what we have in the living room.
Yeah, so when it comes to your bedrooms, one of the things that I think are so important is to think, what do you do in your bedroom before you go to sleep? So for me, for instance, I love to journal. This little journal for me is amazing. It says, do one thing every day that inspires you. So I like to write down. I also like to take off my earrings. Sometimes I don't have time to get ready, and I'll pin it in here.
Oh, that's so creative.
I know.
How about lighting?
This is a really glam one, but at night when I'm going to the bathroom, I like to have the lamps because you get back to sleep faster if you switch on your lamps, because it's muted lighting. And the curtains, the curtains again, I wanted them muted. Okay. So as you can see, I did a neutral off-white, which I think is so pretty, especially during the day.
Yes.
So I don't think you should do a bold curtain like the red or anything like that. I think for bedrooms, let's try to calm and zen out. Zen out. Zen out. As always. Woza. All right. Here you go.
Ooh, delicacy.
I hope you like it. Have you had couscous before?
Yes, I have.
Food so good, they named it twice.
Absolutely.
I had that in a movie.
Girl, I want to shoot some questions. You're such an inspiration to young people. What inspires you every day to wake up to do what you do?
I think I'd say my little girl. Yeah, so I think I just, I love being a mom. It's taught me so much. I mean, it's not all about you anymore, Christine. There's somebody else that's looking up to you, and so that is really enough inspiration.
How did you start? How did you end up being here?
Well, I started on YouTube.
Okay.
And maybe that's where you or someone else might have seen my work. Okay. So I have a YouTube channel, All Things Chris, and I was actually doing videos on branding and entrepreneurship. Okay. But everyone kept asking about, oh, tell me about your decor, show me your house. You know, I kept getting such questions. And so to the point where people wanted me to come over to their house and guide them on how they should fix their own spaces. So that's how it ended up being a career.
You've done homes for celebrities. How was that experience like?
It was great. It was great exposure, but at the same time, it was also quite difficult. I mean, later on, because sometimes, so that every time you've seen me work with a celebrity, they didn't buy that furniture. So
wow,
yeah. So it's you putting
pocket.
Yeah. So but sometimes it really converts. Like for me, it's really converted with the Jesus family. It also really converted with size 8. And it also converted a bit with Wahoo and Nameless. Okay. But sometimes you work with a celebrity, yes. You've saved up like 100,000 to do their furniture, wow. And unfortunately they only post maybe once, and so it doesn't convert. Wow. So, you know, if I'm being honest, it takes a toll on you, recovering that.
You were not living in Kenya?
Yeah. So I left Kenya in 2006. So I just finished high school. I think I just stayed home maybe a year. I was almost 21. I wasn't quite 21. I joined the airlines, and so I've flown for quite a few years because I've flown with 2 different airlines, one being Emirates Airlines.
Which is your favorite destination, by the way?
Paris! And then I lived in Canada as well, so I did a lot of my higher education there once I could afford it. So that's the difference. So I did Canadian Public Administration and Governance. Yes, I could have been a political analyst. And
Look at this girl.
And then
doing deco.
It's amazing though. And then I minored in professional communication.
You've also gone through a lot of painful experiences in your life. Yeah. For most people who do not know you, they don't understand who Christine is. We only see the glamorous Christine on your Instagram page, but you were broken. Yes. And God made you who you are today. And I'd like you to just be candid and just share with our viewers how you came about to be. And look at you now, God has created this something so beautiful out of that painful experience.
I don't really like to talk about it much because I am such an emotional, mushy person.
Yes.
But back in 2016, I lost my boyfriend to a road accident. So it was instant. He was in Kansas, I was in Toronto. And we'd been dating on and off from when I was in high school. But our parents knew each other, and then I think we were at that point where we were like, we're both 32 and we're trying to get rid of all this, you know, messing around. So we were really thinking of whoever gets their residence first would move to the other person's country. Earlier that evening we'd spoken. I was coming from a trip and I was really exhausted. I said, let's talk in the morning. And then later to see on Facebook, someone had posted that, oh my gosh, I can't believe this has just happened, rest in peace. And I thought that was really tragic because none of us or me now or the family members knew. So, you know, we found out that way. So I think that started with my, you know, the process of me really breaking, but that was in 2016. And then later on in 2017, I had a baby. I had a little boy. His name was Isaiah. We lost baby Isaiah in his sleep when he was only 72 days old. So we'd had his 2-month vaccine, and I just noticed he wasn't himself. But when I called the clinic, they said, oh, as long as he doesn't have a fever, you know, it's fine. You know, they even get a fever. If he gets a fever, then you can call us. And I put him to sleep. It was around 4 p.m. and, you know, I was going to give him a bath, and, you know, I'm the one who found him lying there lifelessly. So I just couldn't cope, obviously. That was a lot because that had been back to back to people that I cared deeply about. And so it took my friends to put some funding together and so that I can for them to buy me a ticket to come back home. So coming back home, I was quite broken. And I spent most of 2018 at Dr. f.u.n.k.y's facility. Thank you, Dr. f.u.n.k.y. He's an amazing psychiatrist. And that was the start of me healing, I think. I wasn't going to be here. I know I was in a very terrible place. I didn't want to be waking up every morning and breathing. It just was such a chore, you know, and that went on. But God's so gracious because I now have a little girl. Her name is Paris. Her name is Grace. Yes. And she's my entire world. Oh. So I'm so happy.
What's this? It's blue. You have built yourself from ashes to something that people can admire and celebrate. So we're celebrating you. Cheers. Cheers. So where can people find you on your Instagram page? Maybe you can tell people where to find you on social media.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, allthings_Chris, or you can also find me on YouTube, allthingschris.
Guys, what an inspiration. What a woman. What a woman. What a space. What a show. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're inspired as much as I was. And your space is gonna be different from today going forward because you and I have learned 1 or 2 things. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week at 6:30 p.m. And please follow me at Miss Nailante on Instagram and at Nailante Kenga on Twitter, and give me feedback on what you think about our show and what you'd like to see more on this, your favorite show. Thank you guys for watching. Cheers, Mama. Cheers. And well done to you.